Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Okay. So in last class we went up to this topic design procedure for spur gear. So in design procedure again I am repeating what is the procedure. Already we completed 2 points in this topic. So again I am repeating this one. First one is the we have to design the tangential load capacity, that is WT we have to design. So to calculate WT we have one empirical relation, power transmitted by the gates by pitch line velocity into CS, service factor. So power in terms of watts and pitch line velocity in terms of meter per second and service factor. See the service factor we have to take from the table. Here the service factor table is there. Okay, we have to select these values from the table based on the utilization and based on the type of load we are applying on the gear. Okay, so see here for steady load 3 hours, for steady load 8 to 10 hours, and for steady load 24 hours. Like this we have to select the values. If the question is not mentioned what type of load is applying, what type of service is taking from the gates is not mentioned, so at that time blindly you can select the steady load and 8 to 10 per hour, 8 to 10 hours per day. So what is the value? This value we have to select 1 if particularly question is not mentioned. Okay, now if the question is mentioned, so the whatever the data is there, data will be given in the question. If it is not given, we have to select from this table. Now pitch line velocity, the equation for the pitch line velocity is, as you know, pi dn by 60. Okay, now from the module, the relation module is d by t. From this relation, d is equal to m into t. So if you substitute here in this equation, pi m into t into n by 60. Now pi m again we can call as a pc, pc t n by 60 meter per second. So why I am writing this one? Because if the velocity we need to calculate, so when the diameter is known, so we can calculate easily the velocity. Means based on the parameters we can select the equations, that is the meaning. So if we have the parameters diameter and speed, so directly we can substitute the values here, we can get the v value. Otherwise we have the pitch circular pitch value, and t is the number of teeth, n is the speed. So at this time also we can calculate the velocity. Okay, so that's the reason I am writing this equation, alternate equation. This is one equation we have there, this is another equation we have, and the second one is applying the Levis equation. Applying the Levis equation is important one here, as we discussed in the last class also. What is the Levis equation? Wt equal sigma w b pc into y. This is the Levis equation. So applying the Levis equation, it means we have the two elements. One is the gear, one is the pinion. So pinion, gear both are the same, but the larger in size, that element we are giving the name as gear. The smaller element in size, so that we are giving the name as a pinion. So between these two elements, which one is stronger, which one weaker, we don't know. But so which one is having the weakest strength? So to that we have to apply the Lewis equation. So it means the design is nothing but whichever is the weakest one, we have to design in such a manner to overcome that failure. So suppose gear is having the weakest one, so whenever we are applying the load, so it is going to fail. So first we have to identify the weakest portion, then we have to overcome that weakest criteria, then nothing but indirectly we are overcoming the failure criteria. Okay, so to apply the Lewis equation we have 3 points. What are those? We have to apply the Lewis equation to weakest portion. The second one is the when the two elements, this is the gear and the pinion, two elements are made of same material, so obviously the pinion is the weakest one. Made of same material, so pinion is the weakest one. Okay, now the third one is if the two elements are made of different material. Made of different material. Now the question mark is to pinion or to gear we have to apply the Lewis equation. Okay, so if there's made of same material, the pinion is the weakest one, so blindly we are selecting the pinion for design purpose. Now the both elements, both machine elements are made of different material. So at this time the question is which one is the weakest, which one is the stronger. So to decide this one, which one is a weaker and which one is a stronger, one deciding factor is there, that is sigma naught into y, otherwise sigma w into y. So these two are known as deciding factors or strength factor. Remember Bob, these two are known as deciding factor or strength factor. So by utilizing this equation, we are deciding which one is the stronger, which one is the weaker. It means after calculating these values for the, you may select this one or you may select this one based on the availability of the data. Okay. So after calculating this product for the gear, this product for the pinion, so some results will get. So by comparing the results, which one is having the less value, that is the weaker one. Okay, so in this manner we are applying the which one is the less value is the weaker one, and finally we are applying the Lewis equation to the weakest portion. Okay, in this manner we are applying the Lewis equation. This is the third point. Now the fourth point is, third point. The third point is calculating the dynamic load. Fourth one is calculating the wear load. Fifth one is calculating the static load. So already we discussed about the dynamic load, wear load, static load. So finally the conclusion is the wear load should always less than the wear load should not be less than the dynamic load. So this condition must be satisfied. So if the condition is satisfied, so our design is under safe condition. Okay, so this is the design procedure. Now this is the causes of tooth failure and what is the remedial action against to overcoming that failure. So broadly, there are three types of failures we can find in the gear teeth failure. One is a bending failure, one is a pitting, another one is the scoring. So these three failures are there in a gear teeth failure. How to overcome the remedial actions are indicated here. So first one is a bending failure. So why bending failure is happening? So bending failure is nothing but every gear tooth is acting as a cantilever. So based on the Lewis assumption, it is taking every tooth acting as a cantilever. So if the total dynamic load is acting on the gear is greater than the beam strength. So beam strength is nothing but WT. Okay. So here dynamic load is greater than the beam strength of the gear tooth will be fail in bending. Okay. So in order to, what is the remedial measure here? In order to overcome such failure, the module and the face width of the gear adjusted so that the beam strength nothing but WT greater than the WD. So see, remember these points, Babu. If the gate should not fail, what we have to maintain? We have to maintain WT is greater than WD. So WT is the beam strength, nothing but tangential load acting on the teeth. DA is nothing but dynamic load acting on the teeth. Okay. So we have to maintain this such phenomena. If we maintain this such kind of situation, we can easily overcoming the bending failure. Pitting is nothing but because of continuous action, continuous load is applying on the teeth. So such kind of failure is we can find. Pitting is here, it is a surface fatigue failure which occurs due to many repetitions of edges of contact stresses. So because of continuous application, such kind of failure is going to we can find. So the failure occurs when the surface contact stresses are higher than the. So see here, this is another statement here. Contact stresses are higher than the endurance limit of the material, the failure is going to start. How it is going to start? First, formation of the pits, and these pits are going to propagate and slowly, and rupture is going to take place on the tooth surface. So this is the failure criteria of the pitting. Now, in order to avoid the pitting, dynamic load between the gate teeth should less than the wear load. Here, dynamic load is less than the wear load. If we maintain in this manner, so we can overcome the pitting failure. And the third one is scoring. This is the nothing but because of improper lubrication. So such kind of failure we can find. Excessive heat generated when there is a excessive surface pressure, high speed or supply of lubrication fails. So that's the reason scoring is going to failure is happen. Now it is a stick slip phenomena. So stick slip phenomena occurs in the gears when there is no proper lubrication. What happens? This phenomena occurs in the gear teeth. So there will be a shearing of the gear teeth, and simultaneously welding will going to take place between the materials. Okay. So that's the reason what we have to do. We have to provide the proper lubrication. So proper lubrication is a major important here, major criteria to overcome this scoring failure. Okay, these are all the three basic failures in the tooth, and another two for few are there. Corrosion failure is there, and other failures are there. Among the these are all things. These three are the important ones. Okay. Now we are now practicing the numericals on spur gear. Okay. First write down given data. The question itself measures the problem belongs to spur gear. Okay, see here you can find here spur gear. By seeing that the statement, you have to recollect the all equations whatever belongs to this spur gear. Okay, so first one type of gear is given spur gear. Spur gear, and gear ratio is given capital G. Nothing but gear ratio is Tg by Tp or dg by dp. It means gear ratio is defined as number of teeth on gear to the number of teeth on pinion. Otherwise, we can also define as diameter of the gear wheel to the diameter of the pinion. So what is given in the question? 10:1. Okay. And the distance between the centers. So distance between the centers is nothing but distance between the gears is given capital L, 660 mm. And pinion transmits, here pinion is transmitting the power. So why I am calling the power? Because the see the units 500 kilowatts is given. So watts is nothing but power. Transmitting this much of power at the speed of 1800 rpm. So speed of the pinion is given 1800 rpm. Involute teeth standard proportions are given. Addendum equal 1 module. Addendum equal 1 module. Nothing but one small m. So don't treat this small m as a meter. This one small m is nothing but module. With a pressure angle is given in the question 22.5 degrees. Permissible normal pressure between the teeth. So normal pressure is given. Normal pressure. So why I am writing the W1 instead of pressure? See here, 175 per mm of width. Per mm of width. So this pressure is given in terms of weight. So that's the reason instead of writing pressure, I am writing the normal load. Okay. Now first question is nearest standard module M, how much if there is no interference? If there is no interference. And the second point is number of teeth on each wheel. TG how much? TP how much? Number of teeth on gear, number of teeth on pinion. The third question is necessary width of the pinion. B how much? Width of the pinion is nothing but B. And the fourth one is the load acting on a bearings of the wheels due to power transmitted. So load acting on wheel is nothing but suppose this is the shaft. On the shaft the gear is continuously rotating. In this manner gear is mounted here. Okay. So here the bearing load is going to generated when the radial load is acting on the wheel. So this load is going to act here. So this here whatever the load is generated, that is the radial load, nothing but load acting on the bearing. Please mute yourself, Babu. So WR how much? Question is asking. So these are whatever the parameters asking to calculate. So these are all nothing but design in the gear. The standard value. Standard value nothing but overcoming the failure. Okay. So one by one I'm calculating now.
सर
Yes.
वो टास्क बार के नीचे क्या है सर?
This one.
Yeah.
Actually not draw this properly. This is a shaft and this is a gear. So gear is going to attach with the shaft here. So because of this load applying, the load is distributed on the entire wheel. So because of that reason, the load also created, pressure is created between the contact of shaft and the gate surface. So the whatever the load we can find here in this area, that load is known as a load on a bearing. Okay. That load on a bearing is known as radial load. Why we are calling radial load? Because the application, due to the applying the radial load only, this is happening. Now one by one I am calculating. First one, nearest standards module. So Indian standards already defined the nearest module values. What are those module values I am writing here? Remember you also 1, 1.25, 2, 2.5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 20, 25, 32, 40, 50. These values, module values, are already defined by the Indian standards. So we have to calculate the module and compare where it is falling. So suppose if we getting the answer like a 5.1. So our calculated, suppose example, our calculated module value is we are getting 5.1. So we have to compare with these values. For 5.1 means near to this one, 5. So if you are getting, even though 5.1, so this 5.1 is the nearest to this 5. So that's the reason we have to select the module as the 5. Okay. So for comparing purpose, I am writing these standard values. Now I am calculating the standard module value. So to calculate the module of gate is, how many equations we have related to spur gate. So how many equations we have? One equation we have general equation d by t. Okay. Another equation we have wt equal sigma w b pc into y. So in this pc, module is there. Pc means pi m. So module is there. So between these two equations, only these two equations we have. So between these two, which one is the suitable? First question. So whenever you are solving the problem, in this manner you have to analyze which equation is the suitable to solve this answer. Because everyone easily remember by out the all equations. But the thing is, application is the difficult. Which equation is suitable to this answer? So write the equations whatever you have in your mind on the paper. Now see, suppose if we select this equation Wt. So Wt we don't know. Sigma W working stress is given, not given. B, here see the big question. Question itself asking what is the B. Okay, why we have to select the equation? Okay, we have, if we select the equation we can get this y value, some xyz. But the major thing is we don't know the sigma w, we don't know the b value. So that's the reason this equation is not sure. Now see this one, module, this is the question mark asking the question. Teach we can calculate diameter of the wheel. So diameter of the wheel, alternate equations are there. If you write, so easily we can calculate the diameter. Which one is unknown here? Only unknown is the module. So this is the equation set for this solving the answer. Okay. Now this equation I am adopting. So to calculate this one, see the question properly here again. Nearest standard module if there is no interference. So if there is no interference means avoiding the interference, then we have to select the number of teeth. Okay. So avoiding the interference, number of teeth on PNM to avoid the interference, we discuss one topic, interference and avoid how to avoid the interference, how many number of teeth we have to maintain. So that equation again I'm writing 2AW divided by gear ratio into 1 square root of 1 plus 1 by g into 1 by g plus 2 sine square pi minus 1. So the square root up to here, not to minus 1. Okay. So this equation we have to take because question itself asking without interference. Now here 2 into AW value is given question itself as a 1 addendum 1 module. So that's the reason. So module for the wheel is given as a 1. Gear ratio, how much given in the question? Gear ratio is TG by TP is 10 by 1. Okay. So TG by TP I am writing here 10 square root of 1 plus 1 by 10 into 1 by 10 plus 2 into sine square. Pi value how much given in the question? 22.5 square minus 1. The square is, see Babu, while you are substituting the value in the Cal C, the square root up to here only, not to minus 1. If you apply the square root to minus 1 also, you will get the wrong answer. Remember this point. Now tell me the TP value how much? Tell me the TP value how much? Sine square pi I am writing, not sine pi square. Remember that point also. While substituting the values in Cal C, carefully you have to substitute the values. Sine square pi, not sine pi square. There will be difference of sine square pi and sine pi square. How much difference is there? This one I am writing, not this one. Remember this point. And square root is also up to here only, not minus 1. Minus 1 is the outside of the square root. Now tell me the TP value. What is TP value? How much, Babu? Are you doing or simply sitting? Tell me the answer. What is TP? How much TP value you got? Somebody is making noise, Babu. Just mute. If you know the answer, unmute and tell the answer and then mute. How much TP value you got? Don't take too much time, Babu, because these numericals are large, lengthy problems. If you take that this much of time, we cannot solve the even one question also in one class. Do it fast.
So 0.4
Yes, please. Okay. Point
47.
0.47. It is not that much. 0.47 means even not one also. 147. You check, recheck again.
0.7.
Sir, 13.105.
Sorry.
13.105.
Very good. 13.105 means 13 I am taking. 13.105 nearly equal to 13. Okay. This is the TP. Now, TP is nothing but number of teeth on a pinion by avoiding the interference. Okay. Now, teeth on gear. Teeth on gear is, we have one relation. What is the gear ratio here? Gear ratio is TG by TP. So TG by TP is gear ratio into TP. That is 10 into TP is the 13. 130. TG is the 130. Okay. Now, from this relation, module we have to calculate. So to calculate module, TG, TP we calculated, but diameter of the wheels we don't know. So to calculate the diameter of the wheels, center distance relation is given here. Center distance of between the gates is given 660 mm. So with this equation we can calculate what is the dg by 2 plus dp by 2. This is the equation for the L, capital L bow. Note down, capital L is nothing but center distance between the gates or gear wheels. The equation is dg by 2 plus dp by 2. With this relation we can calculate the d value. Now here dg we don't know, dp we don't know. So here from the gear ratio dg by dp. Okay. Now what is dg? Gear ratio into dp. Okay. So instead of writing dg, I am writing g into dp. G into dp by 2 plus dp by 2 equals 660. Now tell me the dp value in mm. Do it first, Babu. By this equation, simplify the equation and tell me the dp value in mm. What is dp? How much dp value? Tell me the answer.
One sir.
120. Very good. So now dp we know, tp we know. we can easily calculate the module. Okay, now I'm substituting here module is equal dp by tp. Why I'm taking dp tp? Because dp only I know, dg I don't know. So that's the reason dp by tp equal dp is a 120 by tp. How much I got? 13. Now module how much? Tell me the answer. 120 by 13. Wait first, Babu. 120 by 13. Why are you taking time?
9.2.
9.26. So see, I have written the one scale, 1.25. See here. Here model based on the Indian standard, I written the values here. So here 9.2 is there. There is no 9.2. So that's the reason I am taking the nearest value for this one. 8 I am taking. So 10 also we can take, but 10 also we can take, but because you people are doing some small errors while calculating, so that's the reason I am taking 8 as the nearest module. Okay, so this is the one module. Okay, after calculating this one module, after calculating module, based on selected module, we have to calculate the teeth and pinion and teeth and gear. We have to calculate. So the module is the first question. The second question is number of teeth and pinion, number of teeth and gear. So from the module relation, module is equal to d by t. So teeth and pinion is nothing but dp by m, dg by m. So why I am again calculating? Because this is based on after calculating the standard module, we are now calculating the number of teeth on gear and pinion. So dp how much? 120 by 8. Dg how much? So from the gear relation, dg by dp. So dg equal 10 into dp. So dp 10 into 120, 1200. So sorry. We can also directly, we have one relation, g is equal to tg by tp. So with this relation, tg equal g into tp. So g is a 10 into tp. How much we got tp? Tell me the 120 by 8. 120 by 8 how much?
15.
150. Now after this, the third question is the necessary width of the pinion. Width of the pinion how much? So to calculate this one, question itself given. What is the? See the question. What is that? Permissible normal pressure between the teeth is 175 B. So because of that reason, I am taking that statement to calculate. Normal load is given 175 B per mm. Okay. So with this relation we can calculate. Now see here, this is the one teeth. Lewis assumed that the teeth is acting as a cantilever beam. So there we discuss about this one. Normal load is acting here. Okay, and this is a radial load is acting perpendicular along the line. So that radial load I am shifting to here. And in this direction tangential load is acting, Wt. Okay, this angle is referred as a pressure angle. Okay, now if we resolve this one, sin pi equal what we have, sin pi Wr by Wn, and cos pi, these equations you have to remember. Wow, cos pi equal Wt by Wn, and tan pi equal Wr by Wt. Okay, now which equation is suited here? Normal load is given, so we don't know radial load, so this equation is not suited here. This one is given in the question, so this we don't know. And here Wt, okay, we can calculate, and Wn, that is given in the question. And here Wr again we don't know, so this is the suitable for this solving. With this, Wn equal Wt by cos pi. Pi how much given? 22.5 degrees. Okay, again Wt we don't know. Now power is transmitted by the P one relation is given, power equal, how much given power value? 500 kilowatts is given. So 500 kilowatts, nothing but 500 into 10 to the power of 3. So with this power relation we can calculate the Wt. So how we can calculate? So power tangential, see here, this is the tangential load is acting due to power, and due to applying this tangential load, some torque will be generated. The torque is nothing but Wt into d by 2. So this torque is applying on the pinion, so that's the reason I am writing here dp by 2. Okay, so this t we can get from the power relation. Power equal 2 pi n t by 60. So here from the power relation t we are getting, this t is nothing but this is the one. So this is the power. Just tell me the power value how much. I'm modifying this equation. T equal P into 60, that is 500 into 10 cube into 60 by 2 pi. Speed is given 1800 rpm. Question itself given 1800 rpm. Now tell me the torque. How much the torque is generating? The torque is in terms of Newton meter. Okay, how much torque? Just tell me the value.
2652.
Very good. 2652. Now substitute the value here. 2652 equal Wt into dp value. How much we got? We got 120 by 2. Now from this relation we can get the Wt value in terms of Newton. How much Wt? Tell me the Wt value. Do it fast.
44.2.
44.
0.2.
44.2. So 45 you are getting 44.2. Okay. 44.2. It means this dp value is in terms of mm. So before applying in this equation, convert this mm into meters, that is 0.12, 0.12. Now tell me the answer. Nothing but 44,200. This much we can get. So remember, because why I am converting this point to, because the torque in terms of Newton meters. The torque in terms of Newton meters. So that's the reason here dP value also I am taking in meters. So finally we will get the Wt value this much. Now substitute the Wt value here in this equation. 44,200 by cos 22.5. Now tell me the answer this one. 44,200 by cos 22.5. Do it fast, Babu.
Minus 62,508.
Minus 5 you are getting.
Yes, sir.
44,200 by cos 22.5.
Doing so. Point is there.
22.5. You should not negative.
47,841.
Very good. 47,841
41.
Newtons. Now this, what is the equation of this one? This is the equation of Wn. But question is given Wn value 175B. Now equate these two. Question is given Wn value 175B, but our calculated value is 47841. Now what is B from this relation? What is B from this relation? B equal, tell me the value. From this relation, how much the B value? Do it fast though.
273.
273. Very good. 273 is the width of the pinion. Now what is the fourth question? Load on the bearings of the wheels. That is the fourth question. So load on the bearing is here. Fourth question. WR how much? So you see in this previous, we have three equations. Sin pi is equal to WR by WN, cos pi is equal to WT by WN, tan pi is equal to WR by WT. So among these relations, WR is asking. So we can select this equation. Also, we can also select this equation. So I am selecting this one. Sin pi is equal to WR by WN. I am selecting the sin pi equal WR by WN. So from this relation, I am writing the WR, load acting on a bearings, that is normal load into sin pi. So normal load, how much we get? Just know 47841 into sin 22.5. Now tell me the load acting on a bearing in terms of newtons. How much? Do it first.
18,307.
18,300. 300. It means 18.3 kilo newtons. Okay. So this is the question is asking in the whatever the parameters asked in the question. Now, any other parameter is there to calculate? PC is there. Additionally, I am telling PC circular pitch is there, and WN we know, WR we just now calculated. WT how much? WT is calculated is see here. WT is calculated. WT is not calculated. So we can use this equation and we can calculate it. Here WT is calculated. Only the PC. PC is the unknown parameter here. Additional I am calculating. So PC here, circular pitch, that is pi d by t. So circular pitch for the gear, circular pitch for the pinion. Pi dg by dp, pi dp by dp. So instead of doing this one, module is same for the both gears. So that's the reason I'm writing pi m. The pi m. So tell me the pi m value. Pi m is we got as a 8. Pi into 8. How much go? So in this manner, we have to calculate the parameters related to the design of gears. So this is the question is belongs to spur gear. Okay. So regarding this numerical, do you have any doubt? You can ask Babu. Otherwise, we shall move to next topic, next question. So I think you don't have any doubts. So given data, what is the given here? Pair of straight teeth spur gear. See here again spur gear is given. So type of gear is spur gear is to transmit the 20 kilowatts. What is 20 kilowatts here? Power. So by seeing the units, we have to conclude 20 kilowatts. When the pinion rotates 300 RPM, so pinion rotates, RPM is given nothing but speed. Speed of the pinion equals 300 RPM. Velocity ratio, gear ratio, velocity ratio, both are similar meaning. So velocity ratio is given as 1:3, nothing but Tg by Tp or dg by dp or np by ng is 3:1, 1/3. Okay. Now another one, pinion has a teeth. So pinion teeth is given 15 teeth and its face width is B value is given, face width is 14 times the module. Nothing but 14 m. Don't confuse Babu. 14 m means not 14 meters, 14 modules. Question is asking first one, module how much and face width is how much. So once if we get the module, easily if we substitute the module here, we can get the B value. And the third one is the pitch circle diameter of both pinion and gear. The pitch circle diameter means PC for the gear and pinion. And the pitch circle diameter of the state taking into consideration the effect of dynamic loading and tooth form factor Y can be taken here, not written in the question. question itself given y value. Again, I'm writing here y is 0.154 minus 0.912 by t. So t is the number of pinion. If we are applying this y value for the pinion, so we can write the pinion p here. If we are applying this equation to gear, here we can write as a gear. Okay. Now another equation also is given, velocity factor CV, that is 3 by 3 plus v. This data is given in the question below. Not my own taking. V is the pitch line velocity in meter per second. Okay. Now these three parameters asking in the question. So to calculate the module, in previous question, what are the procedure we followed? What procedure we followed to calculate the module? So we take in the consideration avoiding the interference. TP we calculated, by center distance we calculated, and finally dp value, TP value we calculated, and module m is equal to dp by module is equal to d by t. With this relation we calculated the module. So another equation also we have, that is Wt is equal to sigma w b pc into y. So in this equation pc is nothing but pi m. So at the beginning I told one thing, from this relation also we can calculate module, from this relation also we can calculate the module. In previous problem, this one I selected for calculating. So see here, this is suitable here or not. So here, whether it is suited or not, TP value is given in the question, TP or TG, and D we have alternate solution. But in that alternate solution, L value we should know, because remember the first problem, because of the knowing the L value we are able to calculate the D value. But here L value is not given, so that is the reason this equation is not suited here. Okay, Babu. So we will discuss this problem in next class.